The policies of the Democratic Party have left the realm of reality and are opening the gates of hell.
We're back. We were talking about U.S. Catholic bishops who are talking about denying President Biden communion for being pro-choice. Joy, what's your thoughts on this?
Instead of really trying to fix things and talk about things that actually matter to people, the most important thing being climate change, they go to these cultural issues to distract. It's very similar to what the Republican Party is up to right now. They're grasping at straws because they see that they will be extinct very soon, which is why they're trying to stop people from voting in many of the states.
While the Republican Party continues to slumber.
Since the day Donald Trump was inaugurated, the Democratic Party has been helplessly disorganized and totally ineffective as a political party. They wasted years chasing invisible Russian agents and then making weird and unintelligible sounds about something called Ukraine. It's still not clear what they meant by that. Their entire political strategy was bizarre, and in the end, it was counterproductive. It hurt them with voters. They went down in the polls. Only buffoons do that in politics. These people couldn't organize your kid's birthday party. They didn't make their beds this morning. And yet, suddenly, out of nowhere, they roared back and took over the country. They did it in less time than it takes most people to go on spring vacation. What happened? How'd they do that? Well, it's simple. Nobody stopped them.
Whether it's critical race theory,
a lot of things under attack, including critical race theory, which is being misrepresented by a lot of its opponents. You are accused of having little white children hate themselves. Can you please correct the record for me?
Clearly, there's nothing in this project or in critical race theory that says anything about little white children and how little white children should feel. That is just Republican strategy.
You talk about critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to dislike each other. That's pretty much what it's going to, that's pretty much, I don't care what you say, it's pretty much what it's going to all come down to. You're going to deliberately teach kids, this white kid right here got it better than you because he white? You're going to personally tell a white kid, oh, the black people are all down and suppressed. How do I have 2 medical degrees if I'm sitting here oppressed? 2 medical degrees. No mom, no dad in the house. Worked my way through college. Sat there and hustled my butt off to get through college. You going to tell me somebody that looked like all y'all white folks kept me from doing that?
Or the desperate lunge towards a one-party government under a new world order.
I believe H.R. 1 is a broad, sweeping piece of legislation, S1. And of course, I wish that would get to the floor for a vote. But I would very much like to see us getting something done. And I think it's very, very important that we recognize that if we don't do something at the federal level, the democracy, in my opinion, is threatened.
Or igniting the fuse on a nationwide crime epidemic.
Crime is the #1 issue among Democrats. Those are the people voting. What does that say about the defund the police movement? Do people know what it means? Do they know what it is? Do they know what they want?
I think that there are a lot of police unions and GOP operatives that would like for us to believe that this recent crime wave has everything to do with this idea of defunding the police. But guess what, Stephanie? The police haven't been defunded.
The Austin City Council making major cuts to the Austin Police Department, voting to slash about $150 million from APD, about a third of the police department's budget.
So this rising crime is not the fault of the movement. It's actually the fault of the police. And this has been our point all along. Why should we keep funding systems and institutions that keep rendering themselves ineffective? We should be talking about gun control, livable wages, fair housing, education. That's where we should be moving the money to ensure truly safe streets.
Fueled by a border crisis that has reached epic proportions, the Democratic Party has proven what we all expected. They are as incompetent as they are deadly. And November 8th, 2022 can't come soon enough. There are 435 seats in the United States House of Representatives and 34 of the 100 seats in the United States Senate that will be contested. 39 state and territorial, gubernatorial, and numerous other state and local elections will also be contested. This election will be the first to be affected by the redistricting that followed the 2020 United States Census. America, we must not be caught sleeping, and we must become more grassroots and active than we have ever been. This may be the last chance our crumbling republic has before it is potentially and finally destroyed from within. John Bound reporting.
Big Pharma was born out of the Rockefeller oil industry in 1900 with the petrochemical. The petrochemical then dominated two major industries, plastics and drugs. Companies began synthesizing patented versions of naturally sourced drugs. The natural sources were then made illegal. Pharmaceuticals became medicine. And the sicker people got, the more their industry grew. It's a death cult, and it's up to the individual to escape. Good health begins with a healthy immune system, which needs the proper nutrients to thrive. Nutrients we cannot readily get from our food today. The combinations of vitamin C and zinc and vitamin D3 with calcium have been proven to be what we need to maintain a healthy immune system. Go to InfoWarsStore.com and start supporting your natural immune system now with the Mega Immune Support Pack, now 40% off.